Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, Mrs. Baker decided to make a gingerbread man as a special treat. She had never made one before, so she followed an old family recipe she found in her grandmother's cookbook. Mixing flour, butter, sugar, ginger, and a dash of magic, as all old family recipes tend to have, she kneaded the dough and shaped it into a perfect gingerbread man. Before putting him in the oven, Mrs. Baker added the finishing touches, currants for eyes, and a big icing smile.
"You're going to be the most wonderful gingerbread man,"
she cooed. Once satisfied, she slid the tray into the oven and waited. As the aroma filled the house, Mrs. Baker daydreamed about the delightful surprise her family would have when they tasted her gingerbread man. Suddenly, she heard a muffled voice coming from the oven.
"It's hot in here. Can someone let me out?"
Startled, Mrs. Baker opened the oven, and to her astonishment, the gingerbread man leapt out, his icing smile even wider than before.
"Thanks for the warm-up, but I think it's time to explore the world,"
he exclaimed. Mrs. Baker could barely believe her eyes.
"Wait, don't go! You're not ready!"
she cried, but it was too late. The gingerbread man was already darting out of the kitchen. With a gleam in his currant eyes, he sang,
Run as fast as you can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!"
And off he went. Outside, Mr. Baker was tending to his garden. He looked up just in time to see a gingerbread man dash past him. Blinking in disbelief, he exclaimed,
"Is that my snack running away?"
Without a second thought, Mr. Baker gave chase, but the gingerbread man was too fast. As he ran, the gingerbread man shouted his catchy chant,
Run as fast as you can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!"
In the village, Millie the milkmaid was preparing for her morning deliveries when she spotted the gingerbread man.
"Oh, you look delicious!"
she exclaimed, eager to catch him for her morning tea. With a swift turn and a sassy wink, the gingerbread man dodged her.
Run as fast as you can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!"
he teased. Soon, Mrs. Baker, Mr. Baker, and Millie were all chasing after the cheeky gingerbread man, but none could keep up with his pace. As the gingerbread man continued his thrilling escape, he encountered Danny the dog, who was playfully chasing his tail. Upon seeing the delicious-looking cookie, Danny's attention immediately shifted.
"You look tasty!"
he barked. The gingerbread man chuckled,
"I might be tasty, but you won't taste me."
and he repeated his fun refrain.
Run as fast as you can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!"
Now, the group chasing the gingerbread man had grown even bigger, with Mrs. Baker, Mr. Baker, Millie the milkmaid, and Danny the dog all trying their best to catch the sprinting snack. As the village paths turned into open meadows, the gingerbread man came across Grace the goose, who was fluffing her feathers by a pond. Seeing the commotion, she squawked.
"What's all the fuss about?"
Before anyone could answer, the gingerbread man cried out,
"It's a grand chase! Want to join the fun?"
and he sang once more.
Run as fast as you can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!"
Grace, always up for some excitement, flapped her wings and joined the pursuit. The group continued to grow, and the chase intensified. Through fields and forests, the chase went on. Birds tweeted the gingerbread man's chant, frogs croaked in rhythm, and even the wind seemed to whistle his playful tune. As the gingerbread man approached a river, he skidded to a stop. He couldn't swim, but he couldn't let that stop him now. Seeing the gingerbread man's predicament, a sly fox emerged from the nearby bushes.
"Need some help?"
he asked with a grin. The gingerbread man, though wary of the fox, knew he had limited options.
"Could you help me cross this river?"
"Why, of course,"
replied the fox.
"Climb onto my tail and I'll swim you across."
Grateful, the gingerbread man hopped onto the fox's tail, and the fox began to swim. However, as they reached the middle of the river, the fox said,
"You're too heavy for my tail. Why don't you climb onto my back?"
The gingerbread man, wanting to be a good passenger, quickly moved to the fox's back. Yet, as the water got deeper, the fox insisted,
I'm feeling the weight. It might be safer if you sit on my head.
Growing anxious but seeing no other option, the gingerbread man perched himself on the fox's head. Just as they neared the opposite bank, the fox tossed his head back, opening his mouth wide. But the gingerbread man had been prepared. He jumped off just in time, narrowly escaping the fox's snapping jaws. The crafty fox was left licking his lips in disappointment. On the riverbank, the gingerbread man looked over his shoulder, smiling and repeating his chorus,
Run! Run as fast as you can! You can't catch me! I'm the gingerbread man!
On the opposite riverbank, the villagers watched the spirited cookie dash into the horizon, his familiar chant growing fainter. With the chase concluded, they headed home, sharing stories of the daring gingerbread man. While his escapade was brief, the tale became a cherished story in the village for generations. As for the gingerbread man, legend whispers that if you listen carefully, you might catch his playful song, Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man, carried by a cinnamon-infused wind. The end.